I went through kind of a CNA with somebody mentally, not on paper. And I was going through a little mental CNA and knew that I didn't have the time to do the full meal deal. But I just said, do you have any, hey, you don't happen to have any CDs or money markets at the bank, do you? And they said, no, we just didn't get any good interest rate. I said, you don't happen to have any money in the market, do you? And I said, yeah, we do. It's really doing well. I said, well, I would like to just give you some information on a recommendation that I have for money that's either in the bank, not earning very much interest, or money that's in the market that's really rocking and rolling and doing well right now. And they tried to just kind of shut it down. They really just said, well, we're happy. The market's doing really well. And I'm going to say a few years ago, I would have said, oh, okay, good. You know, market's doing good. You're happy. You're happy. I'm happy. And they don't know what they don't know. And it sounds silly to say that, but they don't know that low risk or moderate risk still means risk. And they have this false sense of security in saying that, hey, even though it's low risk or moderate risk, I'm okay. And so I went ahead and did my full presentation and just education. It wasn't like sales pitch. It wasn't like high pressure. It wasn't like, I know you say you're satisfied, but I'm going to tell you about this anyways because I really want your business. It was, hey, simply informational. As you know, you have different levels of, and I think if I can be proactive with this and you guys can be proactive with this, the proactive approach is way better than anything else. It's just saying, hey, I want you to know, most people are not aware, I want you to know that, hey, even though the market is rocking and rolling right now, and you have the ability to put your funds in high risk, moderate risk, and low risk, I want you to know that even though you have your funds in the moderate risk is actually where they had theirs, moderate risk, there is still a risk factor, and you're currently getting, 4, 5, 6%, whatever they said. And went through the full presentation. And would you believe they said, oh my gosh, yeah, 3% with no risk compared to, yes, I could lose half of my butt overnight. Still continuing that conversation, still providing information and education and not throwing it out there hoping that it sticks. And if it doesn't, I just run backwards and get away from the subject. No, I'm going to bring this up because I want to make sure you know there is a great alternative to the market, even though the market's doing really, really well. And I think most folks will say, I'll kind of wrap up that subject with this. I think most folks would say, gosh, it would be really difficult to move money out of the stock market when it's doing really, really well. Sure, it's easy to move money from the stock market when we just take a significant loss, but with that approach, we're still able to move money and significant amounts of money when the market's doing really well, because we talk about, hey, we always know that, and I use my finger, I'm just using a diagram, a description of, hey, the market does this, up and down, and it's easy to get out when it's down. It's very difficult to get out when it's up, but if we all know, if we could time it up, we'd get out when we're at the top and say, I want to capture my gains. I want to secure my gains, and I'm not trying to get rich anymore. I'm just trying to have a safe place to park my money that's still going to grow, but I don't need any risk anymore. And I get to watch clients start shaking their head and start nodding their head like, yeah, you're right. It would be a good time. So because of seeing some results with it, I'm just anxious to share and sometimes overly excited to share because I'm like, it works. It's good for the client. It makes money. And I just want to duplicate it for everybody. So just because they say they're satisfied and the market's doing really well, still provide the same quality information, credible information that you have, and still some good things will come of that.